So welcome to today's Greater Life CoffeeCast. And this is an interesting one. It being a CoffeeCast for Friday, the intention is always to offer something for the weekend. Something that you can ponder that may be either light-hearted or insightful, that could transform and percolate over the weekend into something of great value for your life and your business. And something that would be accurately describing those two elements for me right now is the TV series Ted Lasso that finished this week. And those who know me well will know I don't have a TV. I do not watch TV. But every now and then I will engage with a series. My sister worked on Peaky Blinders, and so I did end up watching Peaky Blinders. I really appreciated the artistry of it. There was something just in the way it was shot, the way it was done, the storytelling, it was really good. And what I've noticed is I really appreciate a well-told story. And Ted Lasso was abundantly that. But for me, I've never seen anything like it in terms of universal positive response. I see threads on Facebook of people just saying, I'm about to start watching Ted Lasso. And then there are like literally 20, 30 comments underneath of different people saying, it's amazing, check it out, enjoy, all of this. And for something to be held in such high regard, like that catches my attention. And so it got me wondering, like, why have I loved it so much? Like, what was it about it? Because it's, on the face of it, it's hard to explain. And yet that's what I hope to do here, because I think there's some really important lessons for both business and our current time. And so if I was going to put it into a nutshell, it is that for me, the series of Ted Lasso is a profoundly humanity-affirming experience. That the characters, though they are slightly larger than life and things are slightly, we have to suspend our belief slightly, it does an incredible job of bringing us into the world of the characters and making us care for them at a level that is so rare in television. And I feel like this is something that we're crying out for. We're crying out for an experience of rich and deep humanity. We've been forced to live through a screen a few years back. We're seeing, AI do things that apparently are going to replace humans at a rate of, unprecedented rate. And so these elements are stripping away some of the fundamental aspects of what it means to be human on some level. We are having the core of our humanity shaken. And so, unsurprisingly, we're going to seek out experiences that affirm that humanity, and the joy and laughter that Ted Lasso creates, the way we care so deeply about the characters, and the fact that it is just brilliant storytelling that keeps you on the edge of your seat. All of these are elements that affirm our humanity. And so for you, in your business, my question is, how can you affirm your humanity, your customers' humanity? How can you create a more human experience? And interestingly, this is a phenomenon that I tuned into a few years back. And I remember speaking to one of Lloyd's Bank's head of design, and not just kind of like graphic design, but more like customer experience design. And I asked him, I said, I've got a hunch that there's three forces that are playing out in the world right now, in business and for consumer behavior. And do these chime true with what you've been exploring at Lloyd's Bank? And I said, these forces I'm seeing are customization, personalization, and humanization. And he looked at me and said, absolutely. And so for you, how can you bring some of those elements in? How can you create a more customized experience? How can you create a more personalized experience? How can you create a more human experience? And this even feeds over, I think, into marketing and connecting with our customers. I've seen a dear friend get booked up with 6 brand new coaching clients for a brand new offer that she had, simply because she put a load of posts out into local Facebook groups and then went and visited a load of places in person, in real life, in the world, where these people were hanging out. And so if you don't have, I was chatting with one of our community members, and he was talking about digital versus analog marketing strategies. If you do not have an analog marketing strategy right now, i.e. a human marketing strategy, and in person, go and speak to people marketing strategy, then I think you're missing a trick. I think there is an accelerating shift towards more in-person, and certainly, if not necessarily in-person, more local. And I was reflecting that the value of sharing things into local Facebook groups is that there is already an implicit level of trust present. If you're a member of one of those local Facebook groups, it's because you live in the area probably, and therefore, you're not just going to be seen as some scammy internet marketer trying to sell something instantly. You're going to be seen as a community member who can be trusted until you do something to break that trust. Okay? So, I think all of these are elements that we can take from the lessons and gifts of Ted Lasso, which is that the more we can, across all 4 pillars, affirm humanity, the more we move towards a greater life for ourselves and our customers. Okay, so how can you do that going forward? How can you affirm humanity? Have a great weekend.